go.
This is Godzilla's world.
Kong bows to no one.
Damn right.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back again. If you still have not watched Godzilla vs. Kong yet, you better leave this video because in this video, I'm going to be doing my spoiler movie review for Godzilla vs. Kong. So in this movie, you're trying to figure out what's going on with Godzilla. You're going to sit there and tell yourself, okay, this is not usual of Godzilla to act like this. This is pretty weird. What is going on? And the reason why that is because Godzilla is sensing Ghidorah's presence somewhere around these Apex facilities. And while that's happening, the rest of the movie is mainly focused around Kong. Skull Island, along with the Iwi people, got wiped out by a storm, so Monarch decided to place Kong in this dome facility, and as he's adjusting to these new changes while realizing that this island's fake, he does have a strong connection with this little girl named Gia. Both of them can use sign language as a way to communicate with each other. Rebecca Hall is in charge of Kong for the most part, and pretty much what her plan is to just basically just keep Kong away from Godzilla because they had a great ancestor war back then, and so if these two ever meet again, it's gonna be a death sentence. Nathan Lin, who's played by Alexander Skarsgård, his role in this movie is to just basically try and convince Rebecca Hall's character to try and get Kong to help them out as an ally because the world needs him. And this is mainly because Godzilla's out there attacking people and we don't know why. The humans try their best to try and transfer Kong to Antarctica, which also locates the Hollow Earth, but eventually Godzilla and Kong do cross paths along the way, which causes the ship fight to happen. Godzilla won the ship fight because Kong almost drowned while fighting Godzilla underwater. The humans save him and then they end up going to Antarctica. And once they're there, Gia tries to convince Kong to go to the Hollow Earth because Kong's ancestors could be in there. So he ends up going to the Hollow Earth and he does end up getting into a fight with Warbat. And shortly after that fight, that's what also leads him to fighting the battle axe inside the Hollow Earth. And while Kong is visiting the Hollow Earth, we come to find out the main reason why Godzilla's attacking these facilities and attacking people in general is because Apex is busy working on Mechagodzilla, which is made to actually try and destroy Godzilla from humanity. Kong obtains the battle axe, which also causes Godzilla to sense it, so that causes Godzilla to create a path from the Hollow Earth using his atomic breath, and that also leads them to their second fight in Hong Kong. Kong does end up winning the second round using the battle axe and knocking down Godzilla with it, but as soon as Godzilla does get back up, he gets extra pissed off and actually ends up winning the third round in Hong Kong in the nighttime. Godzilla just claws up his chest and then steps on him, and basically as he's roaring in his face, he's pretty much just trying to tell Kong, you know, just submit and, you know, I do respect you and everything, but you are not the main problem right now. You are just in my way. Now, the headline of this movie is One Will Fall. You do see Kong getting right back up to try and fight Godzilla again as he walks away. But Kong does end up falling because his heart does start to slow down, which ultimately does tell us that Godzilla does win this Hong Kong fight. Godzilla does leave Kong to his fall while Godzilla is still in pursuit of Ghidorah, which actually turns out to be Mechagodzilla that's ran by Ren Sarazawa. But with the resources collected from the Hollow Earth, that's what causes Ghidorah's DNA to just take over the whole entire Mechagodzilla body. Ren Sarazawa dies in the process, which kinda sucks, but yeah, he basically dies and then Ghidorah pretty much just runs the whole entire operation now. And pretty much Mechagodzilla's role in this movie is to just try and wipe out Godzilla out of vengeance in the mind of Ghidorah. The humans try to revive Kong using a heave vehicle, and the main reason why they revive Kong again is because Gia noticed that Kong's heart is slowing down, and so if his heart continued to slow down, he was gonna just die. Gia does try to convince Kong that Godzilla is not the enemy, it's actually Mechagodzilla. She also tells Kong to be careful because Godzilla is getting his ass handed to by Mechagodzilla. This all leads to a team up, so Godzilla and Kong team up and basically defeat Mechagodzilla. After they defeat Mechagodzilla, Godzilla approaches Kong and basically has mutual respect for him. And with Kong being spared off, Godzilla just ends up going back to the ocean and Kong ends up being the king of the Hollow Earth. The monsters in this movie were the best part of the whole entire thing. But as for the human characters, like I said, that logic and reasoning is not going to work out too well when it comes to them. There's a lot of human characters in this movie with a lot of flaws. Starting with Kyle Chandler. He had no reason to really be in the movie. He was just there just to be there, honestly. He didn't really do anything major in this movie, but just to make sure that his daughter was fine, but if you just cut him out from this movie, it is not gonna make a difference. Eiza Gonzalez's character in this movie was also pretty pointless. Yes, she does help out Apex by getting the resources in the Hollow Earth to help operate Mechagodzilla, but her motives were just so dumb, and that's why she also dies in the Hollow Earth by Kong. With Ren Sarazawa being in this movie, I was kinda hoping to see the connection with Dr. Sarazawa, but we never got to really see too much of him or really know too much about him. He also wasn't in this movie too much, and it also does suck that he also died in the movie as well. Walter Simmons, who was the master plan of Mechagodzilla, he also wasn't in the movie too long, and he also died by Mechagodzilla. And those two characters alone, they were actually interesting as villains, and I wanted to see more of them, but you know, they got cut out pretty short. Monarch was barely in this movie, so most of the focus is heavily between Kong, Apex, and for those that are trying to figure out why Godzilla's acting the way that he is now. I thought that Madison Russell, Josh, and Bernie Hayes, I thought they were actually pretty interesting characters. They didn't really do too much, but they were the people that were trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with Godzilla. Even though Bernie Hayes was like more of an awkward conspiracy podcaster, I thought he was actually entertaining. Eileen Andrews, that's played by Rebecca Hall, and Nathan Lynn being played by Alexander Skarsgård, I didn't really like those two too much. Their lines didn't really hit too much, and for the most part, it was just really cheesy on their end, but it was still somewhat entertaining. But the number one character in this movie that carried the team was definitely Gia, hands down. Side note here, it was also nice to see the Skullcrawler return back again in this movie, but it really sucks to know that he only lasted about 10 seconds before getting killed off by Mechagodzilla. The Skullcrawlers in this movie were like more of a test subject for Mechagodzilla. It was nice to see the Skullcrawler fighting Mechagodzilla, even though I did feel bad because he really got killed off in less than 10 seconds. I was just like, well damn, y'all really just killed my boy like that, okay. But for the most part, Godzilla won the fight, Kong won the story here. And I really do appreciate Adam Wingard for really respecting both sides of this whole entire movie. There's no after credit scenes in this movie, but the way that this movie ended does give us potential hope for future MonsterVerse movies. So I'm really hoping that they really do continue the MonsterVerse because this is the best movie yet in the MonsterVerse. It has got to continue. So if you came here to watch Godzilla vs. Kong mainly for the monster fights, this movie will give you that service. If you came to watch Godzilla vs. Kong to invest in all these human characters, this movie will not give you that service. But I do promise you, this is by far the best MonsterVerse movie in the whole entire franchise. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you guys are new to this channel, please smash that button, comment, turn that bell, and I will see you guys the next time. Peace.